what's today's date? Today's the 28th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it will be 1 month from now that the NFL draft concludes. And as of right now, the conversation is to who's going to be the second overall pick in the draft, because I do believe Caleb Williams, when it is all said and done, is 100,000% going to be the first overall pick in this draft. Who's going to be second overall? Jayden Daniels had his pro day yesterday. Drake May of North Carolina is having his pro day today. And then of the top 4 quarterbacks, with all due respect to Michael Penix Jr., he's currently considered quarterback number 5 in this draft. And the medical exam for a kid that had knee problems throughout his entire collegiate career up until the very end when he was dynamite for the Washington Huskies. He is number 5 on this depth chart right now. And the question is, who's below Caleb Williams right away? Is it Jayden Daniels? Is it Drake May? Or is it J.J. McCarthy, who at the owners' meeting, Tom Pelissero, my colleague from the NFL Media Group, and our friend Tommy P here on this program, he was saying that he heard from many different executives at the owners' meeting that they thought Adam Peters, the new GM of the Commanders, would take J.J. McCarthy second overall. And I came on this program saying on Wednesday that, hey, no matter what you're hearing about J.J. McCarthy at that owners meeting, and no matter what I may feel about J.J. McCarthy, when guys work out at their pro days, there is some recency bias. And Jayden Daniels yesterday had, as one would expect, one of the great pro days out there. From the way that he conducted himself on the field to the way that he wore the uniform number. I believe Greg Brooks is the name of his teammate who missed last year due to with a brain tumor. He wore his colleague and his friend's jersey number while he was out there going through his pro day activities. And then afterwards, he handled all the questions. We had not heard him speak since his combine appearance at a podium. And he looked the part. He looked terrific. And obviously, when you're throwing to Malik Neighbors, who ran a 4.35 40 and had a 42-inch vertical leap and was absolutely crushing it at his pro day, and he could be one of the top receivers, if not the top receiver to be taken. And Jayden Daniels could be, who knows, if things go completely haywire, in my estimation, because Caleb is projected to be the number 1 pick, and that is who it's going to be. I think he's going to be the second overall pick, Jayden Daniels, when it is all said and done. That said, he had this to say about the interesting rumor over the last couple of weeks as things happen. As you know, the nature and sports journalism and conversation abhors a vacuum. The rumor that he might not even want to go to New England because it is such a rebuilding project there. This is what he had to say on that subject matter after his pro day on Wednesday.
I think you responded on Twitter. Somebody had reported that you wouldn't want to play for the Patriots, and I'm just curious, what it would be for you to get drafted by the Patriots, and if you would like to go up there and play in New England.
Same answer for everybody. It's whoever want to draft me, whoever believe in me. The stuff that I can't control who, calls my phone on draft day. It is what it is, but. Just the reports out there, obviously sometimes you got to call out cap for people. So, that's what I had to do.
So I'll ask you, TJ, is that the name of the reporter who said that he might not want to play for the Patriots? His nickname was Cap?
No. The reporter is not Cap.
Okay.
He's saying he's just got to say that that's a lie.
Oh,
you know about Cap now,
is that
Rich?
The blue hat?
The blue hat.
Emoji,
The blue hat,
which
yes.
means Cap is crap.
Crap.
Right? Garbage.
A falsehood.
A falsehood.
Yes.
Telling no truths.
Yes. A flat out lie, even. I mean, if you want to go that far.
I just don't know in this day and age, and I know our good friend RG3 said he thinks that Caleb should pull an Eli because the Bears habitually have been terrible in getting quarterbacks to mature and perform and bringing a quarterback along, right? And then Ryan Poles said at the owners' meeting that that upset him. It kind of offended him because he and Eberflus have been brought in to break that cycle. I don't know of any kid that would sit here and say, I don't want to play for New England or the Crafts or be the toast of Boston. I don't think I have any desire to do such a thing. Kind of makes no sense. And I understand that is the biggest question mark. Because at least with the Washington Commanders, you know who you're throwing to. You also knew who the offensive coordinator is in Cliff Kingsbury. He just, helped sprinkle some extra fairy dust on whatever Caleb Williams is bringing to the fore these days. I understand Caleb didn't have a better year this year than last. I think we're talking about who's around him. I don't think we're talking about how Cliff Kingsbury didn't help him mature and didn't develop him. So, and I understand that the Commanders have that better situation, it looks like. But I wouldn't discount the New England Patriots for getting this thing right in the very, very end in the long run. So, Jayden Daniels, I think, won't even be there. I think that's a moot point. I do believe at the end of the day, the way things are looking 1 month out right now, that Jayden Daniels, the way that he performed last year, the way that he looks the most pro-ready, according to all of the observers, that he's the guy that can start week 1 for the Washington Commanders. And I would love, by the way, to see if that happens. And this is why I think maybe the NFL should wait. They should wait for the draft to announce the schedule and see who goes where. And I think with all of these young quarterbacks out there and the interest level that will surround them, I would love to see a Commanders-Cowboys first game, because I know they always throw the Giants and the Cowboys together. I would love to see the Commanders and the Cowboys play a week 1 game. Dak in his first all-in appearance taking on the Commanders and their new head coach, their former defensive coordinator, and Jayden Daniels out there week 1. What would he look like? I think that would be great. And I think
you're onto something.
You know what? I'm just spitballing here as we're waiting to hear how Drake May's doing today, and I'm sure he's going to look stupendous as well. Yeah. And when he talks, he's just a lot of fun to listen to as well. He sounds like Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is actually counseling the kid. And I don't know, however, if, there is some school bias against players sometimes. And, how Sam Howell is now a Washington Commander ex-quarterback and a Seattle Seahawk backup quarterback. And Mitchell Trubisky is now back with the Bills again, hoping to have his third attempt at resurrecting his career. I don't know if that would be. It's not fair. I'm just talking about how some teams might actually approach this thing. But no surprise.
You're right.
There's no surprise that there are apparently 9 members of the Patriots coaching and front office staff currently in Chapel Hill today to watch Drake May. And that's another reason why I think there's a fit. I know that they hired Marcus Mariota as the backup quarterback in Washington, but I do believe Jayden Daniels would start there and would actually be have Mariota be an excellent complement for him in the quarterback room. Jacoby Brissett is in New England to be a bridge quarterback to whoever I think they're going to sit at 3 in draft. Why in the world would you get Marvin Harrison Jr., who is incredibly talented, for Jacoby Brissett and figure out what you're going to do at quarterback later on? Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.